Today we're here with a new trolling motor from Amazon. This one rings in at $99, slightly less than your Minn Kotas, slightly less by 30% because they're about $130 and up. This one I selected 100% because it was affordable. So now I need to acquire 3 to 4 more to actually operate all of the flat bottom boats that we have. So let's take a look at what's inside this box. All right. We're anticipating some assembly required, but maybe there isn't. Yeah, we got to put the prop on. Let me tell you what, this don't look much different than your Minn Kotas. Construction-wise, this is a very familiar motor setup. And if you look right here at the top, it's a very similar design to your Minn Kotas. This one is a 26-pound thrust. I would tell you this is exactly the same construction as the motors that you're all familiar with. All right, so we're going to get this prop slapped on here, and we're going to get this thing out and do a little bit of fishing today. If we have any issues with this motor in the future, or if we're super happy with it, we'll pin a comment, so be sure to check there. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. So, in addition to the prop, it does have the hardware that's required. The pin, the nut and a washer, and a little wrench to assemble this. First, you're going to take off this little thread protector, and you don't need that anymore. So the pin slides through right here, and you're going to line it up with those grooves right there. Should fit fairly flush. And you're going to add your washer, followed by the hex nut. And it is a locking hex nut. You'll take this thing off if you ever get fishing line wrapped around it, and I guarantee you will get fishing line wrapped around it. All right, a couple of neat things about this motor. When you do hook the battery up, it has an audible signal that it's connected to the battery. Hear that little beep. And then on top of the motor itself, it has a battery meter that registers from 1 to 10 how much juice you got left. This one is at 10. Those LEDs blinking are not actually blinking. It's just what happens when you look at LEDs in video. But all the controls are exactly the same as your regular Minn Kota. I don't want to turn it on now because I'll smash the propeller against the ground, but you have all your speeds forward, and I think it's got 2 reverse speeds. Motor back down into the water. On the box it says, "Do not let children operate the electric motor." So, you know what you're doing? There you go. One more click. Get it vertical. All right, here's one of the rules of this thing. According to the instructions, you're not supposed to shift from reverse to forward or forward to reverse until the propeller is stopped, or you can damage the motor. All right, let's roll. All right, now lower that motor down. All right, tighten her back up. I got a question for you. What's the battery meter on the top say, Parker?
What do you mean?
There's lights on the top. What does it say?
There's no lights.
Yes, there is.
Oh my God. Yes, there is. Right on top. Tells you the battery. Put your hand over it.
Pat?
All right, good.
That's sick.
It keeps beeping, which is, I wonder why. Can you check to make sure those nuts are tight on the battery? Check the nuts in the battery. Because it turned, are they loose?
Maybe it detected there's a kid using it.
No, it would, if it loses power, gains power, it beeps. So every time you turn it on, it beeps. All right, turn it off, turn it back on. Yep, every time you turn it on, it beeps. That's interesting. All right, let's get to some fishings. Nobody's caught anything yet? All right, so Parker, we're gonna run this at a really super slow speed just to keep us parallel with shore.
Jordan has one.
That rod is, it's a medium.
He's feisty on.
with.
We don't have any big fish here, you know.
All right, go pull those weeds off there.
Speaking of anything, you know what's not gonna happen if I have to.
No, but I guess that works too.
We thicken them, boys. We thicken them.
Some
Bass.
people use them on ginormous catfish.
4-wheeler underwater.
They come up and smoke them.
You're still reeling it in way too close.
Hang
So
on.
far, the motor's doing really well. We're going through some pretty thick, big lily pads. Keep motoring, baby. It's cutting through the lily pads pretty decent. We went through some of the smaller ones that tangle up pretty easily, and we've unwrapped them. The bigger ones blows right through them, no problem. And we're fishing a heavy boat. This is a Tracker. I think it's a 14. This is 15 foot, and it's 4 foot wide at the bottom, about 5 foot wide at the lip. And it's a heavy boat. It's not like my small aluminum John boat's a little bit bigger than that. And we're cruising right along.
I could prove that it goes to weeds.
Let's do it. Once you think that our momentum will take us all the way in, make sure we're on a straight line to go in, and then turn the motor off and prop it up so it doesn't hit the ground. All right, final thoughts on the Minn Kota knockoff. I'm pleasantly surprised at how well this thing worked, because looking just now on the Walmart.com and looking a little bit harder on Amazon and other websites, and you can't touch a trolling motor delivered to your door for 99 bucks. Some of them will list slightly less. A Walmart one was at $79.99 at $20 shipping. So far, this thing is a great buy at $100 delivered to the door. So I'm going to pick up another one right now. And if you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.